Hey everyone on YouTube. This is gonna be a pretty unique video because I haven't found any videos that are the same like this topic, but I'm going to be doing a video on how I feel about the closers on Papa Louie, you know? If you play Papa's Taco Mia, Papa's Freezeria, Papa's Pancakeria, and so on, you know what I'm talking about. They're the customers that come in at the end of the day. You know, and then they're pickier than normal customers. Well, I'm gonna just talk about how I feel about them in general, and then later in the video, I'm gonna do a few little individual thoughts on them. But I can't just make this in depth as I can because I can only do 10 minutes. 9 now because we're a minute into the video, but you know. So, where should I start? Well, yeah, I'm just gonna say that if you haven't played the games, you're probably not gonna understand what I'm talking about. But if you've played the games and then you got to know the customers enough, you'd understand this video. But yeah, closers. Sometimes they bother me, but sometimes I don't mind them. It depends what game I'm playing, where I'm playing it. If I'm playing Papa's Taco Mia, especially at school where I have to restart, I don't have any shop upgrades, it can be hard to get them to go, you know, like if you get at least 90 points, they'll put their arms up in the air and go, yes. But if you only get at least 80 points with the customer, they'll smile and sort of teeth and give you a thumbs up. And then if you get 70 points, I'll get like, you know. Even if you try hard and it's your favorite closer, you can't even get 90 points sometimes because you serve. Sometimes you serve the other customers, and then the closer can get impatient because you don't have any in your shop. And then, like in Papa's Wieneria, closers can be nitties because for some reason, when I play Papa's Wieneria, the waiting score goes down just so rapidly. I have like 4, 5, 6 arcade machines in my shop, and I think I even have some like newspaper articles and some gumballs in. And like I'll serve a customer, and then the waiting score will only be like 50, 60, 70%. And with a closer, that's not good news. Okay? Closers are picky and impatient. Usually a customer is a closer, like Robbie and Alan. Robbie is a closer because he got stuck on an island, and I'll get into more of that later. And then Alan's a closer because he moved to Onion Town for a couple of years. That's what I think. Sometimes the customers are closers because they've been through a hard time, and then they're just kind of, I don't know, just out of shape emotionally. I don't know how to put that. And like, Rico, like he was a closer and only in Papa's Taco Mia. In his flip deck, he said that he arrived at Taco Dell, the auntie as a closer, and then apparently when Papa's Freezeria came out, he wasn't a closer because it was on Calypso Island, and he said in his flip that he took a relaxing vacation at Calypso Island. So some like Captain Corey and Kahuna are closers because they have jobs. Captain Corey moved on to a normal customer in Papa's Pancakeria, and Kahuna's a closer again there. understand they're just trying to keep this game interesting, but sometimes, like, maybe say a customer goes into Taco Mia, they just want to play like a relaxing game and stuff, and then on day two, here comes my favorite customer, Robbie, and he's a closer, and then one that one person that's playing the game doesn't do a good job on him because he's new to, or he or she's new to the game, and they're just like getting started building up their skills, and then the closer ends up getting really ticked off at the customer because they've waited too long, or they didn't cut or flip the meat right, or the closer got too impatient, or they didn't put the toppings on evenly. Closers are really picky about that in Papa's Taco Mia. No offense to you, Robbie, or Kari, or Alan, or Rico, or Quinn, or Sandra, or Jojo, but y'all are. I mean, no offense, especially Robbie, because they're my favorite customer, but I'm just saying. And then they continued to return closers. Papa's Pancakeria, Papa's Burgeria HD, Papa's Wingeria, and then Hot Doggeria, and then Papa's Burgeria ToGo. They didn't even have closers in the desktop version, so give it a break and just don't put closers in the Papa Burgeria games. You shouldn't have. I'm sorry for being ticked off. I really need to get this out. I might need to make a part 2, but I might just do that. I'll do a general talk, and then I'll do an individual talk. But yeah. You should have at least gave us a break from it, and then in the Burgeria games for the iPad and iPod, because they weren't in the computer game, but I don't know, they just didn't. And then, of course, we still have the closers in Papa's Cupcakeria and Papa's Pastaria. And they have not been discontinued. There's people on the internet that absolutely despise closers. Flipline Studios, I am not hating on your games. I love your games, but closers to some people, I'm not really one of those people. I just think we'll just have happier customers if we didn't have closers. The normal customers can get ticked off enough. But when you put closers in that conundrum, then it makes everything worse because they're even more impatient and picky. I just wish Flipline Studios can see that stuff on the internet so this closer bull can get discontinued, because this just does not work out for some people, because I've seen the hate on the internet, and I've seen the closers get more ticked off than the normal customers, especially in Taco Mia. The players can really, like, just accidentally, like, they could, like, get them impatient, or they could just not put their toppings on evenly, and and then they get too impatient. They're trying to play a game normally, but that customer or player will only get 30 points. So, what I think about closers, just in general, is I don't mind them sometimes, and sometimes they get on my nerves, and it just annoys me that they're picky, impatient, picky. Robbie, you're my favorite customer, and my heart goes out to you. I'm sorry if you saw this video. I know you're the first closer, but I really just want to make a unique video. You get a pass because you're my favorite customer, but please don't get mad at the video, anyone. This is just my opinion. Bye.